The blood that is shared must also be offered, and the Great Seal will open for us.
If you say so.
Welcome, Keeper. You've entered the great throne room of Atlantis. What lies in this room are remnants of Isutech I've adapted in order for you to begin your journey. I'm sure you have questions.
This place... Did Pythagoras know it existed?
No, I wouldn't show it to him. This room was built by the Isu to house something else. These thrones were once just thrones. Now they contain my simulations. Don't worry, I'll show you.
You told me this room was meant for the heir of memories, but I got in so easily.
You paid for it in blood. Blood that looks quite like ours when you look closely enough.
Mater always told me there was power in our blood. I guess she was right. There's more I have to do.
You will endure lifetimes until the heir of memories takes this burden. You'll find that strength in Elysium. The underworld awaits, Keeper.
I'm alive. How can I come back from the underworld?
These portals are simulations. They were made by me for you. In Elysium, you'll find power sources known as Keeper's Insights. This will affect both the Keeper and the heir of memories. Moving forward in the underworld will be essential to finding all the sources of power.
You're asking for blind trust, Alethea.
You pledged yourself to me and our common cause, Keeper. Never forget that I'm on your side. I won't let the ones that came before control your fate. Find the strength within you and show the staff your worth. Approach the first portal when you're ready.
No going back now. I have to trust her. Elysium needs to work on that landing.
You don't belong here.
Oh, shit.
No one stands up to Persephone's guards, let alone best them in battle.
Tell me your name, or you're next.
I'm Hermes. As you're holding my proudest creation, that means you're a descendant of Pythagoras. I know just why you're here. You need to harness its power. Now, your name.
The staff calls me Keeper, but you can call me Alexios. What is this place?
Keeper, a great name with a great journey ahead of you. This is the paradise of Elysium, presided over by the mighty Persephone herself. Elysium was a gift from her husband, Hades. This beautiful realm she crafted in her image is the only joy she gets from the underworld. She's his prisoner. But she's come into her role as queen with much aplomb.
Elysium, the resting place of heroes. When I was a boy, I'd dream of seeing it with my own eyes. Then, why would Persephone attack me?
Most rulers don't take the sudden invasion of a lone outsider lightly. Speaking of which, the appearance of a living human is quite unexpected.
I'm supposed to go through trials and eventually leave this place. There was a great seal and the staff talks. It's all very complicated.
Allow me to explain. The staff is a gift, not a toy. It can be a key, a weapon, and a way to attain power until the very end of time. Here, you'll find a means to control it before it controls you. After that, there is a gate that leads out of Elysium, but the only way to it is through Persephone, and she'd never allow that.
I need to get to that gate.
Try talking to her. Who knows? Maybe she'll convince you to stay. Or you could find Nekati, Persephone's top advisor and closest friend. Or you could prove yourself.
Prove myself how?
Persephone sent guards because she's concerned. There are reports of lawlessness in Defcalion's heritage south of here. You indicated. Elysium may look like paradise, but we all have our secrets. Give her some time to cool down. When you introduce yourself, you'll find her in her majestic acropolis, perched high above the asphodel fields.
I could talk to Ekati.
You could, though she prefers to keep to herself. The dwellers of Pherea's retreat, which is to the east, might know of her whereabouts. I'd ask them.
Maybe I should investigate Defcalion's heritage.
Persephone responds best to action. We need to smother them immediately if there's a whiff of trouble against her.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, I've never had anyone ask about me before. I work west of here. It's a modest workshop. But all great things appear modest at first, don't they?
What can you tell me about my staff? I need to learn how to use it.
Find my energy sources, the perceptions of Hermes, across Elysium to imbue both you and the staff with power. Only then are you ready to move onward. You can't wield the staff without them. Are you certain there's nothing else you'd like to know?
Here.
When you've sorted your affairs with Persephone, come see me in Minos' faith. I look forward to hearing about your progress.
I will.
I almost forgot. I've invented just the thing for you flightless humans in Elysium. The wings of Hermes. Go, enjoy them.
I didn't get a good enough look at you back there. Now I see why my guards had trouble with you.
Well, they weren't exactly easy.
I'm sure they aren't what mortals like you are used to. You must be someone special.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
A simple Persephone will do just fine in my realm. Formalities are for the boring. Isn't that what they say?
So, Elysium belongs to you?
After the rude introduction I gave you, I can't blame you for not knowing. Let me apologize. Ross can attest. Usually he's the one that does the biting. He would want you to forgive me too. Tell me your name. Let's begin again. On the right foot this time.
No hard feelings. My name's Alexios.
Then I give you my official welcome, Alexios. Let me tell you what's customary around here. This place is mine. I know every flower, every face. I alone let them in. But there's something here I don't want.
You mean me?
No. There's a beast loose in Elysium, and it belongs to Hades. If it gets to him that his wife stole one of his immortal mounts, it'll be a disaster. But I didn't steal it. I won't go near the things. They brought me down here in the first place. No, someone wants me to look bad, and I need that horse gone.
The Hades? I'll take it you aren't a happy couple.
He's tried, of course, to bond with me. But what can he expect out of a prisoner? Love? That's just stuff of legend.
You think someone would do this to you?
It's highly unlikely the thing got in here on its own. I have to remember Elysium is my paradise, not everyone else's.
I'll see if I can find the horse for you. What does it look like?
You'll know it when you see it, trust me. Not only is the beast immortal, but he is terrifying.
Horses don't scare me. Has anyone seen him lately?
I heard screams coming from the Asphodel Arboretum. Perhaps he's scaring civilians. Bring it to my stable boy, the jockey of Artemision. He'll know how to send it galloping back to the nightmare it came from.
Don't come any closer. You're all scaring my horse. He's just a gentle creature.
Have you seen your horse? The others ran away screaming.
Leave it to a blind man to see what's right in front of him. Of course I haven't seen it. I'm sorry. These are hard times.
I'm afraid I won't make them any easier. I have to take that horse from you.
You can't! First Persephone takes my sight, and then you take Orphe? Our friendship was instant. I heard the neigh of a fierce horse. I approached him, unafraid. And he licked my palm.
Did you say Persephone blinded you?
She had one of her godly soldiers fry me with fire. It was punishment for telling others what I thought of this paradise, and somehow it got back to her. Said I didn't deserve to see the beauty she created.
He's not supposed to be in Elysium.
Are any of us in a realm that boasts perfection but shows only deceit? Have pity. Let him stay with me.
The horse is going to Adonis. I think he could use it for his cause.
The rebellion's real? I don't like it, but I guess he would be used for good. Goodbye, my Orphe.
Good news, I take it. I know Hades will be missing his beast.
I found him, and took him to your stable boy like you asked.
You have no idea the trouble you've saved me. You've earned my favor.
I'm not sure how stealing Persephone's journal will help me open the gate to the underworld, but here
Stealing
it is.
Persephone's journal wouldn't help us. But stealing the journal that belonged to the gate's locksmith will.
Who's the locksmith?
It doesn't say. Looks like a lot of pages were torn out. Now be quiet while I read. Well, that was illuminating.
I don't like mystery. Let's hear what it says.
Oh, so eager. The location of the gate is not revealed. But so long as Persephone controls Elysium, you need her permission to pass through it. Which you will never get.
But if she loses control of Elysium?
She loses control of the gate. You need to undermine her influence any way you can.
And how do you suggest I do that?
Your alliance with Adonis is a good start. His head-on tactics are a little obvious for my taste, but in time, he will wear down Persephone's forces.
What about our alliance? Where do you come in?
I know all of Persephone's weaknesses, and I'll direct you to them when the time is right. Until then, you'd be wise to spend some time with Persephone's lapdog, Hermes. Learn to use that staff. You'll need a divine weapon in the land of gods.
Keeper, you found my workshop after all. I know it may not look like much, but it's home.
I told you. You can call me Alexios.
In front of the staff? Pah. But I'm glad you came. There's much to show you in this great land.
I thought Elysium honored heroes. I even thought this is where I'd want to come one day. But this land isn't great. It's just haunted.
Pah! Persephone has endowed this land with a beauty only she could provide. Let me convince you. Walk with me.
Maybe you're right. I need to clear my head. Where to?
I consider myself a keymaker. One of my keys might interest you.
What do you do in your workshop?
Look there! Imagine all the heroes who have passed through those golden fields, basking in the glory of eternal peace. Each thinking they'd see nothing more beautiful, only then to set eyes on Persephone.
Leonidas?
You have the eyes of my daughter. So something did survive that day. How do you have this?
Merini. She's my mother. I'm here because I need your help. I need you to fight.
I have found peace here. Why would I fight?
All my life, I was told of my grandfather, the king who spat in the face of the gods and ran his spear through anyone who threatened the freedom of his people. Now I'm the one fighting for freedom, and I'm asking my grandfather for help.
We'll need to use the terrain to our advantage.
So you'll fight with us?
Not until you fight me. You say you're Marini's son. I want to see how she trained you. I could have used you at Thermopylae.
You could have used a lot of people at Thermopylae.
I am glad this spear is in your hands. I will fight with you. You have my word as a Spartan.
Thank you, grandfather.
The humans are after us. You, me, Persephone, anyone not like them.
I've seen it too. War has come to Elysium.
We must crush the force behind the chaos. Let's fight for Persephone.
You're so worried about Persephone. You can't even see you're in just as much danger.
I don't care what happens to me. You were caught when we stole back the Eternal Flame. The humans will retaliate for what we've done.
What do you propose? That we kill them all?
What choice do we have? Chaos came for us, and soon there will be blood on our hands.
At least when you asked me to steal, it was from thieves. You're not a murderer, Hermes.
You made me look like a fool when I sent you to Kiros. But I can still come back from that, and prove my worth.
I told you, we were diverted.
It doesn't matter. Please, I'm begging you, my friend. Help me to help her.
You think that your obsession with Persephone entitles you to her love? It doesn't! She will never love you, Hermes, and no amount of killing will change that!
Enough!
Stop! You're going to kill him!
What are you doing here?
Don't question me. Thank me for stopping you both before you do something you regret.
This isn't over!
Stand down, both of you. You still have your parts to play in all of this. Now stop bickering and fulfill them.
What do you think about my southern realm? I don't come here much anymore.
It's... lovely.
I try to offer a comfortable home to the glorious dead. It helps them accept their fate and keeps them from wandering too far. So when a human wanders and doesn't return, I can't help but take it personally.
What am I doing here?
When Leonidas was alive, he brought chaos and bloodshed. Hermes spotted him mingling with delinquents recently. We can't have him falling into old habits. If he won't fight with me, then he won't fight at all.
Leonidas of Sparta is my grandfather. If you think I'm going to stick a blade in him, you're wrong.
Hermes told me why you're really in Elysium. That staff of yours. Cross me and you'll fail. But Leonidas means a lot to you. I understand this will be difficult, which is why I'm willing to make you a deal.
What kind of deal?
Bring me the body of Leonidas, and I will bring back a departed beloved of your choosing.
You can do that?
I'm queen of the dead, darling. I can do anything. So, who does Alexios want back in his life?
I want to see Phoebe again.
Help me protect Elysium from chaos, and you'll see your loved one again.
Paradise people want my family dead. Is killing my grandfather worth bringing someone back to life? What are you doing out here?
There is something I wanted to ask you. Will you fish with me? This is nice.
There are so many things I want to talk about.
Talk then.
After everything you lost at Thermopylae, your men, your wife, your children, Sparta. In the end, was it worth it?
Who rules the Greek world right now?
Greeks?
Then my answer is yes.
Mater told me of our bloodline and our ancestors. Did you know?
Only what my mother taught me. We were born from greatness, and we were destined for greatness. The world was divided in two. Those who wanted us dead, and those who would follow us to the gates of Hades.
I imagine the spear was in one piece when it was given to you.
My mother handed it to me when I was a boy. Said it came with a certain burden, but...
You were ready. It's so peaceful here.
I think I got a bite. Get a basket, quickly.
I'm sorry, Grant. Forgive me. There, I delivered. Your turn.
Thank you. Yes, a promise is a promise. I'll bring back your beloved dead. But I'll need your patience. These things take time. So you were the one I couldn't trust. Hecate has told me all about your treachery, including your breaking into my sanctuary.
I couldn't have gotten in if Hecate hadn't given me the key.
But you did break in?
Yes, to steal a journal about the gate to the underworld.
You are the only one with the key.
Alexios stole it from me. Just like he stole the last of Lethe's water from the cave.
But Alexios destroyed it. Don't play games with me, Hecate. I know who was behind Lethe's water circulating in Elysium.
The point is, there's been trouble in Elysium ever since you got here. That's no coincidence. You're clearly trying to push Persephone out of power.
I may be working against Persephone, but you've been helping me the entire time!
There! Out of your own mouth! You're trying to overthrow me!
You can't believe these lies! A silver tongue joined the delinquents operating in Defcalion's heritage after this outsider helped her.
The timing is curious.
Furthermore, a gathering of your most devoted followers was recently targeted.
Yes, no one was hurt, but aconite was found in the wine. Your signature death sentence, if I recall correctly.
Curiously, the last of my batch was stolen from me right before the party.
It wasn't me.
Is it a coincidence then, outsider, that someone matching your description was seen fleeing the followers' symposium?
Enough! I have reason to suspect the both of you of treason at this point. Hecate is my oldest friend in the underworld, and for a while I thought my truest. Give me one reason why I should believe your word over hers.
Hecate has always been jealous of you. She wants your power over Elysium for herself.
You can't possibly take the words of an outsider over mine. Persephone.
Hecate's right. I'd have to be out of my mind to take your word over hers. Nothing's been paradise since you dropped in. You are no longer welcome in my palace.
We've received word those delinquents in Defkelion's heritage are on the move.
Not now.
This is urgent, my queen.
Fine. I'll handle this later.
I should have known you would stab me in the back.
You can't betray someone you never held any loyalty for.
I've had scouts looking everywhere for you. I didn't think to check Persephone's throne room.
You should be thanking me. Persephone knows what we're doing. She's prepared.
That's so? Then we need to strike, and we need to do it now.
For Aphrodite.
And for your freedom to breach the gate out of this realm.
All right, muster your troops. We're going to battle.
I'll be the one who finally...
Don't get in my way!
Humiliating me? Was it enough? You have to destroy my home, my love!
Hecate isn't here to save you this time! Stand down!
I will not!
Then today is the day the gods themselves fall to their knees before me.
So, this is what friendship is to you?
Stop! Pathetic! You failed me for the last time, Mistris Megistus.
Hermes! That's it. Persephone's control over Elysium needs to end. Now!
You! Don't move a muscle.
Don't let him get away with anything. We're in this together. I'll always be at your service.
Even outside of Elysium? If it comes to that?
I'll be there. For now, I'll leave you two. I'm sure there's plenty to talk about.
You're making a huge mistake.
With war brewing outside my window, I wonder what you'd suggest I do instead.
Your beautiful Elysium has turned to rubble, all because of your stubbornness, Persephone.
You fool! I made this place beautiful for you! Nothing I've ever done for your love has been good enough!
You're a prisoner too. You should know it's impossible to love your captor. This is the last time I'll ask. Let us go. Let me go.
I do love you, Adonis. And true love is selfless. Go. Treat Aphrodite better than you ever treated me.
Thank you, Persephone. I'm forever grateful. Go easy on Alexios.
Your turn.
We don't have to do this. Just let me pass through Elysium. Adonis would have rallied the people, with or without my help.
You're lying.
What about your lies? You made me a promise if I brought you Leonidas.
After everything you've done against me, don't make me laugh. But once I'm finished with you, maybe you'll be with your loved ones after all.
Persephone, you don't have to control everything. You're free to let go. Maybe you can finally go home.
You know nothing of what I've been through. I was stolen from your world. I had no choice but to take this one for myself.
What?
And this world is mine alone.